You cannot be financially healthy if you not budget. Budgeting allows you to create a spending plan for your money to ensure that you always have enough of the things that are truly important to you. In this video we look at 16 budgeting tips, not to restrict you, but rather to help you form a clear picture of the money you have to spend and to help you discover how to create extra income that you can use more efficiently. So let's get right into the tips. Right after you hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel. What's up everyone, my name is Joris, welcome back to the Money Network. People who budget set themselves up to get out of debt faster, to achieve more saving goals over time and to practice smart spending. The best part is that it only takes a few easy changes to your money routine to implement good budgeting habits. Number 1, set up your budget before the month begins. To stay on top of your budget, plan ahead. A week before the new month starts, sit down and plan your next month's expenses and activities. Maybe you have a road trip planned for next month, or you need a car repair pretty badly. Once you have planned your month, set out a realistic budget. Number 2, budget everything. Budgeting everything means that you're tracking down every single euro and giving it a place in your budget until you have nothing else to spare. Let's say, for example, you earn 2,000 euros every month. After budgeting your fixed expenses, your savings contributions, your investments, and any other extras, you shouldn't have any more money to spare. Budgeting everything can show you where your money is going, and it can give every single euro you earn a special purpose. Budgeting tools. Set yourself up with the right tools to ensure success from the beginning on out. Track your money with a budgeting app or just go old school and use Excel. Having a good budgeting aid can help you visualize exactly where every single euro is going. It will remind you of all your bills and your goals, and it will warn you when you have overspent in a certain category. Tip number 4, establishing needs versus wants. Needs are anything crucial for your basic physical, mental, and financial well-being. Think about food, rent, and debt repayment. The essentials. These costs should always be factored into your budget, and pretty much anything else falls under the wants category, or commonly known as the discretionary spending. Make sure to budget for these things as well. Consider the 50-20-30 rule, which allocates approximately 30% of your income to discretionary things that will enhance your lifestyle. This chart is not set in stone, it can be flexible too. You should start off with a base savings rate of 20%, no questions asked. If then your fixed costs are going over the 50% of your earnings, they should be paid from a discretionary pile. But on the other hand, if they are less than 50%, excess money should go to savings and not to spending. Tip number 5, use separate checking accounts. Having multiple checking accounts makes it very easy to track specific expenses. It keeps everything organized. For example, having separate checking accounts for fixed expenses like rent or mortgage payments makes it very easy to see the money you have to spend every month on more flexible categories of your budget like food. Most banks offer a free checking account next to your main account, so make use of that. I have 2 checking accounts, one for my daily expenses and the other one solely devoted to my real estate. On this checking account, all costs are automatically taken from the account. I make sure that that account is always filled up to 2 times my monthly payments for the real estate payments. Tip number 6, plan for large purchases. Did you know that most banks offer up to 8 savings accounts free of charge? Use them. If you are considering purchasing an expensive item like a new laptop or a TV, the key is planning ahead. Decide a date on which you want to make the purchase and divide the price by the amount of days you have until that date. For example, if you want to purchase a new computer for 1,200 euros in 12 months, you need to save 100 euros per month. Put that 100 euros in a separate savings account every month and don't touch it until you reach that goal. Saving like this prevents you from using your credit card for bigger expenses when you need them. and it keeps you out of debt when you don't need to. That brings us to number 7, pay off your debt. While you may want to start a budget and save up for a vacation or a new car, putting those ideas on the back burner and focusing on paying off existing debt might be a better idea. Prioritizing debt may save you money on interest and reduce financial stress. Having a lot of debt, especially with high interest rates, will prevent you to making major steps. Try to pay off all sorts of debt with high interest rates. The only debt that is defendable is real estate debt, especially if the interest to be paid is lower than the average inflation levels. Tip number 8, don't forget to factor in enjoyment. While focusing on saving and paying off debt, your budget won't be successful if you don't make room for fun. When you know you have a little bit of wiggle room to go see a movie or visit a new bar, you are much more likely to succeed with sticking to your budget. Think of this as a planned cheat day for your finances. But you can still budget this every month. Allocate 250 euros per month for fun stuff, and you won't feel bad when you go out once in a while. Tip number 9, save first, then spend. A big mistake people make, a mistake I saw a lot when I worked in banking, is the fact that most people choose to spend first and save what is left over. This makes saving optional, and it doesn't ensure consistent savings contributions. It will result in someone in their 30s without savings wondering why they cannot purchase a house. Think of savings as a fixed expense in your budget and enforce it every month accordingly. You might have heard of Warren Buffett, some guy who knows his way around money. And he once said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but instead spend what is left after saving." Tip number 10. Start saving for retirement now. It is never too early to start saving for retirement. Let me repeat that. It is never too early to start saving for retirement. The earlier you start, the easier it will be. Starting out early, make sure that you don't put any extra strain on your budget further down the line as you attempt to catch up. Tip number 11, make use of automatic bank transfers. Put some automatic bank transfers into place. That way, from the moment you receive your wages, a part of them are directly transferred to your savings account, to your travel account, and to your fun account. Automate it and don't worry about it. Tip number 12, expect the unexpected. Even a perfect budget can't prepare you for everything. Some things are unexpected. Things like a car repair or a broken down washing machine are impossible to predict. And that's why it's crucial to factor in an emergency fund in your budget. I suggest having at least 3 months of expenses on a savings account, never to be touched unless there is a major emergency. But 3 months of expenses might be too much or too little for you. It's up to you how much you want to put aside, but do put something aside. Tip number 13, adjust your budget monthly. Needs change, and your budget should not be set in stone. Often reconsider your budget to get a pulse on how well you have been sticking to it. If you notice you are consistently overspending in one specific category and underspending in another, well, find out why this is happening. Then try to limit your expenses to get back to your previous budget. And if it's not possible, it might perfectly be not possible, even out your budget to make it more achievable. Tip number 14. Outline specific, realistic goals. Remember that the most easily achievable goals are SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Change your point of view. Instead of saying, "This year I want to save more," say, "I want to have 1,000 euros saved up on an emergency fund by the end of this year." Tip number 15, plan a no-spend day. Designate 1 day per week where you don't spend any money aside from what is absolutely necessary. This is an easy way to make sure that your weekly spending stays within your budget range. If you are in a serious need of a spending cleanse, consider a whole month of no spending. Yes, you heard that right. Go on a whole month without spending anything unless on the bare necessities. I would not suggest doing this for months on end because it will really limit your options. Tip number 16. Don't be too hard on yourself. Getting used to a financial routine may take a few months to perfect. Your budget may not be perfect, may not be airtight the first or the second or the third time around. So be kind to yourself and your budgeting lifestyle as you settle into your new routine. Focus on making daily decisions with your budgeting goals in mind to help establish new habits. At the start, try to think through all of your decisions and know why you are making very specific decisions. It will help you define the importance of your choices. Planning a budget is a critical step in optimizing your financial health, and setting it up can be done in less than 1 hour. So sticking to your plan will help you to get most out of your money, most of your income, and give peace of mind that all of your money in your checkings account is going to a specific and very useful purpose. So, what did you think? Did we miss any tips or tricks? Post them down in the comments below. Share them with the Money Network. Share them with your peers. As always, if you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share the channel with a friend to help share the knowledge. It helps us tremendously and we cannot thank you enough. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time.